Hole 1 is a reachable par 5 to start the day. A good drive down the left-hand side of the fairway gives the longer hitter a view of the green. The average golfer has the choice of laying up short of the fairway bunker on the right or take it on. A short iron or pitch is left to a green with bunkers on the left and a fall-off on the right. Be careful to place your ball on the right section of the green, as 3 putts is easily achieved. Hole 2 is another challenging par 5. A drive that starts at the fairway bunker on the left and fades to the right is the perfect shot. The long hitter has the opportunity to go for this green in 2, avoiding bunkers at front and the left of the green. The play for the shorter hitter is a layup with a fairway metal or long iron to the middle of the fairway and play a short iron to a green that slopes from back to front. This green is longer than it appears due to a hidden section at the back which slopes away, so when the flag is at the back, perhaps play a little short to avoid running off. Hole 3 is a short to mid-iron in most conditions. The right selection of club is required to combat the strategically placed bunkers front and back of the green. A tee shot short of the green risks running down into the penalty area in front. Hole 4 is a tough par 4, not due to the length of the hole, but because it requires an accurate tee shot between water left and fairway bunker right. Long hitters may dare to hit over the fairway bunker. A good tee shot opens up this hole for a second shot to a generous green sloping back to front and left to right. Hole 5 is a beautiful short par 4 with reward for the aggressive golfer, but danger lurks with thick bushland left, and a drive right of center invites potential tree trouble. Hole 6 is a left-to-right dogleg par 4, great for the average player who fades the ball right. The long hitter may take on the corner to leave themselves a short iron to the green. The average hitter will have a mid or long iron into a green well protected by bunkers both left and right. Hole 7 is a par 5 where keeping to the right side of the fairway is preferable all the way to the green. Finish up on the left near the green and you are in a no-go zone. Long hitters will be close in 2, but the approach is to a very testing green with slopes and undulations. A ball hit long will finish in a swale back right, and beware of water behind and left of the green. Hole 8 is a par 3 that requires just a short iron, but beware the 2 big bunkers left and right that help protect the many pin positions on this undulating green. Hole 9 is a strong par 4 to finish the outward 9, requiring a drive shaping right to left so as to negotiate the gap between the 2 fairway bunkers. For most golfers, this will leave a long iron or fairway metal to a well-protected and fairly flat green. A strong westerly makes this one of our most difficult holes, even for the professionals. Hole 10 is a fairly soft par 4 to start a challenging back 9. A long iron or fairway metal off the tee is ideally placed just short of the bunkers. This will leave a short iron to a large, well-protected green that slopes from back to front. Hole 11 rewards the golfer with a well-hit drive as the fairway gently slopes towards the hole, adding 20 meters to a straight tee shot. Most golfers will be left with a mid to long iron off a downslope to a slightly undulating green. For ladies, this is a par 5 while men play it as a par 4. Hole 12 is a highly regarded par 3. A long iron or fairway metal is required to land softly on a well-bunkered green. Players who fail to find this green from the tee can struggle to make par. Hole 13 is a par 4 that requires longer drivers to carry 200 meters from the back tee over the lake, aiming between the fairway bunker and the large gum tree on the corner, or directly over the bunker to set up a short iron into the picturesque green. Others will aim left of the gum tree, or try to thread between gum tree and lake for a long second shot to the green. Hole 14 is a testing par 4, requires a left to right, or high, corner-cutting, tee shot to give the shortest possible approach into one of the smallest and most well-protected greens at Keysborough. Due to the length and shape of this hole, those not so long off the tee may require a good up and down for par on the men's number 3 rated hole. Hole 15 requires a long iron or fairway metal is to reach the green on Keysborough's longest par 3. Although long, this hole gives the straight hitter a chance to make par or birdie with their tee shot. The place to miss this green is short, which leaves an easier up and down for par. Hole 16 is the shortest par 5, but don't be fooled into taking this hole lightly. A straight drive off the tee will give the long hitter a fairly easy birdie opportunity. There is out of bounds on the right and thick tea tree and water on the left. For those who can't reach the green in 2, your second shot needs to be placed center or down the left, or else a long bunker shot awaits you. Be careful with your approach shot to the green, as left, long or right is bogey territory. Hole 17 is another par 5 where a long and brave tee shot affords an opportunity to take on the fairway bunkers and easily reach the green in 2. Others will aim left of the fairway bunkers and play their second to a generous layup area. Water on the right, plus bunkers both short and left, provide some protection for an otherwise fairly easy hole. Hole 18 is a tough final hole that requires players who are having a good round to maintain concentration right to the end. Out of bounds to the right, a drivable bunker on the right edge of the fairway, and thick trees to the left make this men's 413-meter par 4 a bit of a monster. After placing your drive towards the right side of the fairway, a mid to long iron or fairway metal is required to reach this well-protected final green in 2, however there is plenty of layup space short of the green. The right approach club is a necessity, as ending up on the wrong level of this undulating green can be perilous, not to mention both soul and round destroying.